Zach Links from ProFootballRumors.com has the latest on Dak Prescott's impending free agency. Talking about Tom Brady, obviously overshadowing what's going on with Dak Prescott. It is interesting what is going on, which is that Jerry Jones did offer him a contract a few months ago worth about $33 million. Dak Prescott declined that offer, hoping to get more money, and they speculate that he wanted $35 million like Russell Wilson. But that's just it's relatively unrealistic if you ask me. I don't know why he would ask for something like that. He's declining basically an offer that's very similar to Jared Goff, which, I mean, come on, man. Like, Jared Goff is in your wheelhouse. He's at least as good as you. He's at least as good as Dak Prescott. Jared Goff and Dak Prescott are at least in the same level. I don't think Dak Prescott is worth more than what he's being offered right now. It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. And I would do what they speculate right here in this paragraph, the second paragraph down here, is that they can keep him from free agency with a franchise tag which is projected to come at roughly $26.9 million for quarterbacks. So just under $27 million. I would do that. Give it one more year. If he's still throwing for 4,000 yards, then you can offer him $35 million a year. Try to pay your other guys first and give him what's left. Don't just give him whatever he wants. Or front load a contract for 3 years similar to Kirk Cousins, and don't become too financially dependent on Dak Prescott. I don't see the point in that. You still don't know what your problem really is. Jason Garrett was a scapegoat. Jason Garrett was not the problem. The problem remains to be seen. If he was the problem, then we'll find out right away, won't we? That's exactly what we will find out right away if he was the problem. But I don't know if he's the problem. I don't know if Mike McCarthy is the solution. I don't know if Dak Prescott is the guy. And you can get him for $27 million. I would take that. Do the franchise tag. Do it for 1 year, maybe 2 years. After that, it would be like $55 million, I think. So, yeah, you get 20% increase each year, according to this, which, you know what? For 1 year, $39 million for the second year. First year is totally worth it. The second year, you really have to weigh your options. Either you pay him or you cut him. It's really that simple. I would pay him if he plays the same that he did this year. Obviously, if they win a little bit more too. I mean, obviously, if they're winning, if they're losing because their defense sucks, that's one thing. And he throws for 4,500 yards for 30-something touchdowns, and they still lose. That's not his fault, and you should still pay him. But if they're winning on his arm, or if they're losing on his arm, then I would just let him go. Let him sign somewhere else. It'll be a Kirk Cousins situations all over again. And the Cowboys should keep drafting quarterbacks. They should keep drafting young quarterbacks. Interesting article here by by Zach Links at Pro Football Focus. Doesn't look like Dak Prescott is going to take any type of discount, even though you think he ought to. You think he ought to. You think he would just take the Jared Goff money. That's pretty appropriate for him. He's kind of being ridiculous at this point. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think he is worth more than $33 million a year, $33.5 million a year? Do you think he's worth $35 million? What's your number? Give me your number in the comments.